Okay, we'll call the meeting back to order. We have,
Hi, Steve.
hello, Steve, how are you?
Good, how are you guys doing?
Good, and you? Good.
Doing well.
You gotta go through all of that?
No, you should have seen what I took out of here before I walked in here. I had to lighten the
thank you.
load too, so.
Gonna have to invest in a briefcase, huh?
Yes, yeah, maybe a binder or drop this. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. I think you're aware that we had an application for a modification on the landfill permit.
Yeah.
I think Byron might have contacted you last week about that, or maybe it might have been 2 weeks ago. We did have a conversation with Pinko Engineering, and they were okay with what we were wanting to do. This is, let you look at that. And bottom line, I think we're wanting to go up another, it'd amount to a total of 8 feet, but still keep the 4-to-1 slope.
This is for what?
The C&D waste at the landfill.
Well, I know nothing about it.
Byron called me and I said, be fine. But I don't like that. I think you understand. I don't like somebody calling each of us individually and saying, well, they said it was okay, and he said it was okay, is it all right
Right.
with you? I know there was kind of a deadline, wasn't there, on it?
Yeah,
Or was there
that's-
not?
I'm not aware of it. There's a
I don't
deadline.
like,
And that's why when we talked to Pinko, we all kind of agreed, Dave and Gerald, myself, that we get together and have it
Yeah.
presented to the commissioners and have it done.
but,
It should be going through
yeah,
chain of
yeah,
command.
right,
Yeah.
yeah. It just doesn't work that way.
Right.
We basically made a decision and we weren't in session.
And this is, the way I understand it's gonna just go over the C and D now, it's just gonna raise it up.
Correct.
Okay.
I shouldn't say we made a decision, we just kind of agreed to go ahead with the paperwork, I guess.
And we don't have to, or obviously don't have to go up to the 8-foot level.
No,
It could be less than that.
I have no problem with that, I just have no problem
The
with
process,
Yeah.
or lack
the
of.
process.
Yeah, but I don't see where it'll hurt going up another
I agree.
8 feet. I don't, you know,
And I don't remember off the top of my head
Depends if
that,
it blocks the sun.
yeah.
My tomato plants in the summer get less sun, I'll be mad.
and I do believe on the back here, that was one thing we were gonna. There are some signatures on here, see?
I think you probably need to make a motion on this, don't you?
This is going back to the state then, the state
Correct.
approves it?
Just probably need a motion to allow them to go up another 8 feet with the C and D.
I so move.
I second.
First and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay.
Let me double check on, make sure what we're gonna get. I think you guys were supposed to sign on some of this. And
Probably, yeah.
let me, my correspondence with Pinko is in the office, and I'll
Okay.
get that, and I'll just make sure we get the right forms that are signed off, so I can run that back in here after bid. And I had a couple other items that I wanted to bring up. Looks like we need to put out request for some price quotes to replace our generator and our welder that's on the bridge bus. That we're repairing a bridge up on, I think 11 and Y, welding some decking back on that got peeled up. The fan blades, the cooling blade just came apart and tore some of that up. We got it going again, but when we started it, the pull rope, which is a manual, you got to wind that up with the knot, it caught, whipped around, and tore up the linkages for the governor and the throttle, and we got that going again, kind of, where you had to literally sit there and hold the throttle in, and then we were able to tack the decking on, albeit it wasn't running properly, and so the welds weren't the best, and we eventually had someone come in and finish tacking on that decking so it didn't pop up again. But we do need to get quotes to replace that generator and the welder. It's, I believe, 40 years old. I'm not sure exactly, but it's
old.
Yeah, I'm all right. I was just going to give you maybe contact Greg Walls.
okay.
He might have a nice miller.
Well, he's got one on a truck. I don't know if he's doing much work with it anymore or not, but
Maybe he
I
wants
don't
it.
think he does any.
but I bet you that's a good outfit. It might have some age, but I think it's got electric start on it and all that, I would imagine.
That would be nice, yeah. That'd be a step up.
I mean, it might be a way out for him and a way in for us. I don't,
Okay, I'll
You know
talk to Greg.
Greg, he's around here,
Yep,
And if,
and he might say no, so.
but right, he may still want
and if
it.
that doesn't work, I was looking at a miller with Andy Bikeman down here, and they're pretty reasonable too.
Okay,
Generator / welder.
we'll also need to supply our signposts, and I did request a quote from Heritage Lumber here. That's who we usually picked them up from in the past. They're the 4x4, 14-foot, number 1 treated. I think last time we purchased 65 of them, and they were about $16.45 each the last time. So, but I haven't heard back yet on the.
But they're gonna be up
Well-
around 25 up.
Yeah. I think I got 10 of them that were given to me by a patient. I'll have to see if they're treated. They're big old 4x4s, so.
And also we're looking to resupply our grater blades too by the end of the year or first part of next year. And I did request quotes from, these are some of the companies that we've gone to in the past. And Wellborn came in, actually, I think it might be the same price from the last time which surprised me. And I just got off the phone with him a little bit ago. I wanted to double check that because he didn't specify in his quote that he emailed me that they were a double carbide, which means the insert and the overlay on the blade, they seem to hold up really well. And he assured me those are the double carbide grater blades. And he does have them.
I'd say get them. What do you think, Roger?
I think we're down to, I don't know, I think there's 2 full sets out there, and I know there's 2 graders that are probably in need of swapping out.
Need a motion for it.
We need a motion for that.
I make a motion that the county purchases grater blade, double carbide from Wellborn Sales at $333.45 a piece for a total of $5,336.64.
Second.
Okay, first and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
Do you need that?
Let's get our monthly update on where we're at. Budget. And then also just a list of recent activities too on one of the papers there.
So we was writing checks. Foley, you got a lot of parts last month.
We did. Some of that was resupplying on the air filters and belts, and it was suggested to us by Mark Clifford that we stay on ahead of that with the supply chain issues. Now, whether that's how it seems to be a thing these days.
Probably gonna go up anyway, so.
Well, and we are seeing that on our John Deere tractor. We have a drawbar that snapped on us, and that was going on a month ago, and they've not got one in yet. It's been at least several weeks since that happened.
How much mowing you have left?
Like the territory just straight north here, and a little bit up in the northeast territory, and they're getting that taken care of today. Well, I'm not sure if we'll be completely done with probably not the territory north. We'll be on that probably this week for a little bit yet. And we're trying to stay on the roads too, but with being dry, of course, it's difficult to do much with the grader, just touch up. And we are using the road groom to try and touch up some of the roads too.
56.
Like you about got out of millings.
We used up along Highway 27 down the county line. We went through quite a bit of that. They wanted that out of there though before the middle of December. The state did. That was part of the agreement, I guess, if we were to take them, and we went ahead and used them on a number of locations instead of trying to haul them all the way back up.
Looked like you sold quite a few to American Implement.
I believe, yeah, they did get some of that, yep.
Being nosy again, I don't know.
Looks like the budget's still good. 56% remaining. That's good. I guess that's for the.
I believe some of that's going to be
Solid waste.
included for the carryover for the special machinery and special road.
And then
So we should be able to meet that barring a serious problem between now and.
You guys showed me a picture of that bridge.
Okay, Dave did. The Barnhart Bridge.
Bridge, have you?
I did not make it up there yesterday, but it sounds like we had it down close to 6 foot the end of last week, or what would have been the end of last week, Wednesday. And it came back up at least a couple feet. Dave thought maybe as much as 3 foot. So I wondered that if there was enough springs coming in. It seemed like it was taking a long time to draw that down. It shouldn't. So we do have some springs coming in there, and to stay on it with the pumping and hopefully get it down where we can see what's going on.
Oh, I see, you're pumping that out,
Yeah,
trying to see if,
it's a pretty good hole. We're suspecting that where the piers are driven, the pilings are driven in, that it got undermined to a degree where it's
well,
causing it to sag.
you know, if you look out there to the kind of the east, there was a lot of shale or
Material. yeah.
material that washed up from somewhere, and I wonder if it did.
Right, you get that much water funneled in a small area, and
It
it's
just
gonna.
must have got churning pretty hard. I don't know
Yes.
if you knew, it churned out from under the pilings, and the pilings are settling, and the bridge is
sagging.
sagging.
So hopefully we'll learn more on what that looks like here in the next week to 2
Didn't look
weeks.
good.
Right, where it's cracking, yeah, there's clearly something happening there, so it's gonna need to be addressed.
If we close that road again, we're gonna get shot. They just redid the bridge to the
I know one person that's
He's
already through.
You know, Mother
Have
Nature.
that river road closed up for,
I think that's all I had for you gentlemen, unless you have any questions for me, or?
I'd like to go into executive session for 5 minutes. Won't take very long.
Okay.
Non-elected personnel.
Non-elected personnel, sorry.
I make a motion, we go into executive session for 5 minutes for non-elected personnel.
I'll second it. First and second. All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
Do you have an extra pen, Scott?
What's that?
Do you have an extra pen? I didn't, I apologize, I wasn't